now the largest economy in the world is adopting crypto, and they're buying crypto. They're setting up crypto reserves. That means any other country who's not doing that now is going to be at a significant disadvantage when they want to do that later.
Crypto expert and founder of Binance, CZ, is now on record of what he truly sees happening with Bitcoin by the end of 2025 into 2026. You need to see this full clip. And really, there's 3 different charts, 3 signals to me that crypto is not dead. In fact, crypto fundamentals are growing. The mainstream media will not share these charts with you. I will. Watch today's whole video for an edge investing in crypto. Because before we finish this clip, chart number 1 that speaks volumes is Solana TVL surges to a 22-month high. TVL stands for total value locked, the amount of money being used in DeFi on the Solana blockchain. TVL refers to the total amount of cryptocurrency assets, that includes stablecoins, locked in a DeFi protocol, acting as an indicator of the platform's health, usage, and liquidity. And like I said, Solana's fundamentals are healthier than they've ever been in 22 months. So for perspective, if Solana was dead after the market topped out in 2025, and I'm sure this happened to other protocols, but with Solana's protocol, if Solana was dead, we should have seen TVL take a hit, meaning people were losing confidence. There was a narrative going around that after Donald Trump launched his Solana-based meme coin, as well as after the Bitcoin price topped out at around $108,000, and then the whole market crashed due to Donald Trump's tariff policy, it crashed all markets. People were indicating that, 2024 was only Solana's year due to the meme coin frenzy. That's the only reason Solana really hit in 2024. Of course, now, could that be over? But the fundamentals say otherwise. Confidence in blue chip protocols like Solana increased. And I think a big reason why is look for the trusted layer 1s that have been around for a while that have the largest stablecoin market cap. Because what do we know? We know that stablecoins in the United States of America are being regulated for the first time in history. It's called the Stablecoin Transparency and Accountability Act of 2025, or the Stable Act. And as of 10 days ago, the U.S. House Committee passed the Stable Act, a bill to regulate stablecoins, and that bill now moves to the House for a vote. That's why this first chart out of 3 is a signal. The price of any asset fluctuates, and short-term price action is always usually spurred by emotion. Trump's tariffs are causing a lot of fear in all markets, but fundamentals tell the more long-term story. And chart number 2 is this. Actually, charts 2 and 3 really go together, but chart 2, stablecoin outflows from exchanges are finally slowing down. So this is data from Glassnode. It shows stablecoin inflows and outflows from all exchanges since the year 2022 to today, 2025. And while we are not seeing yet large-scale stablecoin inflows returning to exchanges, which is typically the signal for fresh buying pressure and market upside, so we're not seeing inflows onto exchanges yet, outflows are finally slowing down, meaning patience is needed, but the setup is slowly improving. Again, other channels won't share with you the actual data. I will. That's why you like. And could this possibly last another 2-3 months with the uncertainty of tariffs and where that's going to end up, like we saw here? We saw stablecoin outflow slowing, but we didn't quite return to the inflows for many months. That is possible. Let's keep tabs on this chart. And as I share with you this full CZ clip, this third chart is probably the most important one to understand. We've talked about this before, but looking at the Bitcoin price in blue compared to the global M2 money supply in yellow, that continues to increase. This chart is looking better and better every day. And remember, throughout history, the M2 money supply global, not just the United States, but global, has about a 10 to 12 week lead on the Bitcoin price. And this has about an 80% correlation based on history, meaning Bitcoin's price doesn't have to follow the global liquidity, the M2 money supply, 10 to 12 weeks after, but there's an 80% chance based on history, like I said, that it will. And let's actually look at the Bitcoin chart and see some of this for ourselves. So we understand fundamentals for Bitcoin clearly getting better, But let's go to indicators, look up M2. It's very important we get the global liquidity index, and I like global M2 money supply days offset. And here it is. And let's actually clean this up a little bit. We can get rid of this. And then we'll actually go into settings on here. This is what's interesting. We know that Bitcoin's price sort of lags the M2 by 12 weeks. That's about 84 days. So type in 84, press OK. And you saw the adjustment. You see that it's right around this time, if that 80% correlation holds, that Bitcoin should start increasing just based on global liquidity. So that's, again, very important. It's not just the United States, which until the Fed starts cutting, starts stimulating a little bit more QE, the United States has not started that yet. But global M2 is different. Again, no guarantees, but with tariffs in April and liquidity in May, if the chart holds, that's $150,000 Bitcoin by Independence Day. Hey, dare to dream. By the way, anybody trading this on exchange partner Bitunix, use code Altcoin Daily for up to $8,000 in bonuses, trading bonuses. And let's go to futures and let's check back in on the Bitcoin price and this trend line we drew. Look what just happened. Bitcoin price broke above for the very first time since late January. We will keep tabs on this and link down below to follow along. Also checking back in on AI altcoin. ChainGPT turns 2 today. Happy birthday, ChainGPT. We are beyond proud to celebrate 2 incredible years of building with the best community in Web3 and AI. Massive shout out to every holder, user, dev, and supporter. This is your milestone too. And seeing as ChainGPT is the infrastructure for crypto AI, meaning they provide a suite of tools for AI, DeFi, crypto users, let's check back in with the latest update. And we do remember that they were listed on Binance at the beginning of this year. Checking back in on that, we see Binance Wallet just tweeted, unlock the ChainGPT ecosystem project dApps with your Binance Wallet. Access these dApps effortlessly through discovery with just a few taps, showing Binance Wallet backing the ecosystem of ChainGPT. And final thing I want to highlight that I think is very important before we watch the CZ clip is how AI, how does it really affect crypto? Meaning, what does ChainGPT really allow developers to do?
You have somebody who doesn't understand code, can create a simple software, simple prompts, you can build end-to-end application, UX, UI, design, and that's going to change everything.
GM everyone, brought us in from Hong Kong Web3 Festival. It's Sharon again, this time on stage exploring how AI is changing Web3 adoption. The key for adoption? AI agents. That's exactly why we are planning to release an L1 this year to enable builders like you to create the next generation of AI agents. Hong Kong is a wrap. White paper is coming soon.
Very exciting. I'll keep you updated. And by the way, my brother and I will be speaking at Bitcoin Conference 2025 in Vegas. Ticket prices are about to increase. So use code Altcoin Daily for 10% off. Come hang with us. Let's have a drink. Let's talk to other notable speakers. It's going to be awesome. Link down below. And while Binance founder CZ fully admits this will take time, Bitcoin will definitely hit $1 million per coin because of this.
You think we're going to hit $1 million Bitcoin this year?
Oh, this year, I'm not sure.
But you are confident that we will?
Over time, yes. I don't know if it's next month, this year, or next year, or however long, but eventually we will. I think we got enough momentum that this technology is just starting. I think people kind of have very high expectations for everything to happen instantaneously. So back in 1995, people wanted real-time video conferencing. Even today, video conferencing doesn't work that well all the time, right? We still have, hey, can you see me? Can you hear me? Kind of thing. So it takes multiple, like in 1995, people want e-commerce, but the payment infrastructure wasn't there. The logistics infrastructure, the delivery wasn't there. So it took many years for Amazon to develop that. So I think people underestimate the amount of time required to develop an industry, and they're less patient. But I think long term, though, we've seen, we've been around, crypto been around for like 15 years. But the first few years, nobody cared about it. And the next few years, everyone's skeptical about it. And now people are just starting to be more serious about it. So for me, like, we're just at the beginning. So I think we have many more decades to build this industry. So we'll definitely hit $1 million, I think.
Like always, see you tomorrow.